So it's Inauguration Day, and what does that mean for estates? Stick around and find out. Hi, I'm Bill Eaves, Associate Broker with RE/MAX Realty Services in Bensalem, and Senior Real Estate Specialist. So today, Joe Biden takes office, and one of the things on his agenda is estate tax. Now, it's important to understand, estate tax is federal, inheritance tax is local, it's PA. So right now, the estate tax exemption is set at $11.7 million. Anything over that is taxable at a sliding scale up to about 40%. What Joe's going to do is cut that down to $3.5 million. He's also going to put $1 million lifetime cap on gifts. Now, for a lot of us, it doesn't really matter. But for many of us, it does. And for you, it just might. And more importantly, it might by the time you're ready to retire and or start passing assets on to your heirs. Now, these effects might not take place until the year 2025, because with everything else going on, it's going to be lower down the priority list for what he's doing. However, it could happen sooner. So just to put things in perspective, for the year 2020, approximately 4,100 people are expected to file estate tax returns, or estates are expected to file estate tax returns. Of them, only about 1,900 or so should be subject to the tax. Now, that could generate roughly $16 billion in tax money. Now, in the grand scheme of things, they call that a drop in the bucket, and they could feel free to drop any of that in my bucket. And lowering the lifetime gifts and lowering the threshold for what gets taxed, you may need to do some careful estate planning. Now, if you don't have an accountant or an attorney to help you with that, please feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to introduce you to somebody really good. I'm a real estate associate broker, not an attorney, not an accountant. I just help a lot of people with their estate sales. As Joe Biden prepares to take office, one of the things on his agenda is estate tax cuts. Now, when I say cuts, I don't mean he's going to take less